Welcome to TV Heaven, Telly Hell, the show that applauds great television and heckles the worst. Taxi for Titchmarsh. Popular. A successful sitcom is the holy grail of broadcasting, and my new idea is bound to work. It's about two brothers who don't get on. Uh-oh. And unfortunately, they share a flat. And even worse, one's a butcher, the other one's a vet. And the... It's a brilliant idea, isn't it? And the tall one has got a talking car. And the short, fat one has married a genie. Ooh. It's comedy gold, right? Let's take it to platinum. Granny moves in with her toy boy, a one-armed juggler from Pakistan. With a twitch. And a parrot, a rude one. But the main thing is, it's all set during the 1980s miners' strike. A lot of it's quite sad. And now, to reveal his TV heaven and telly hell, please welcome my guest, Johnny Vegas. Thanks for coming, Johnny. This is the show where you talk about what you love and hate on telly. I hope you do watch a lot of telly, do you?
Yeah, I moments alone.
Yeah.
Glimpses of life outside when I'm shouting out my window, when I'm not abusing passers-by. I sit down at the box and I try and understand what it's like to be normal.
Well, your first show you've chosen is a programme you love. It's a documentary about a very poor aristocrat and his family, Francis Fulford. It's called The Effing Fulfords.
Yeah.
They live in a sort of crumbling, stately home in Devon, which needs millions of pounds worth of repairs. And what he says is, he says they're asset-rich, cash-poor. In my opinion, they're genetically a little bit skint.
How much did this thing cost?
£99.
I cannot believe you spent £99 on this.
You would have thought, logically, as there's been a house on this site for at least 1,000 bloody years, that some idiot must have dropped a gold coin about somewhere, and I want it. dig, Hump, with a vengeance.
Daddy, it must be somewhere in the rubble. How deep is it, Dad?
And what's that? There it is. We've got him.
What is it?
The 1 pence coin. Hooray! Your first treasure hunt. We got another 9,999 of these to find before we get payback.
That says it all, doesn't it? It takes 9 generations of inbreeding to produce that. He's a thoroughbred of stupidity, and I celebrate it. I do. He's everything I would hope to be. Actually, he makes you realise, as a poor person, you do want to be rich. I'm a socialist. But I absolutely believe that there's a point and a place and a reason for that man to be alive. And if it is only for me to laugh and feel better about myself,
yeah,
it's worth my tax money every time.
He does go on about how poor they are, doesn't he? He's always going, like, you know, you think, well, how poor...
Well, they are skin.
How poor are you?
They are skin. But again, rather than doing anything practical, he goes out and buys a metal detector.
Yeah.
God forbid, they've got livestock. There's cows that have actually turned wild in the backfield. Because he's forgot about the feeding and the milking and all the...
He's got 3,000 acres of land. He doesn't do any farming, does he?
No, and he's leaving it all to his son. Yeah. Right, and his son, you saw him in the photo there, right, there's this idea that it goes to the oldest son, it doesn't go to the rest of the kids. He's got one son there who likes licking Lego. His daughter is reading books on architecture and how to manage an estate, and he's going, it'll all go to the boy! It's going to the boy!
He's a great dad. The kids have a brilliant time. There's a bit where they're all playing in the mud and they're all playing in this sort of hole of mud, and he goes, oh, I can see a potential here for a spa.
But I love this because you're going, if you're going to be posh, do it proper. If you're going to be stupid, be proper stupid.
But Francis Fulford, you get to like him, and then suddenly he opens his mouth.
All your children end up as queers. That's the end of a family, isn't it? I mean, you've got to breed. No, I've got nothing against queers. But that doesn't mean to say you want them in your family. You don't want to breed them. You don't breed from them. Like breeding a mule.
This man at my house for Christmas. I want him to ruin my Christmas dinner. I want my dad to leave the room, you know what I mean? I want my mum crying, and I want him sat in the middle of the table, huge eyebrows, just laughing, going, and then they all died.
Yeah, he's like Alf Garnett with a coat of arms, isn't he? But there's one bit where his wife goes to London.
She bollocked him for buying a metal detector.
Yeah.
But she wins £1,000 and then goes off to London and gets pissed with her mates.
Yeah. Is that why the
She
upper
wins
classes...
on the horses and the Land Rover just disappears over there and leaves him in charge of the kids.
And he has to do all the cooking. And he cooks, and his cooking lacks one special ingredient, which is known as heat.
Now, though I say it myself, that looks an absolutely perfectly cooked chicken.
Did you agree that's perfect cooked? No.
What?
It's raw. Can you put it in another 20 minutes?
Oh, it is cooked. Your mother always overcooks everything. It's a lot cooking fucking chicken. Everybody's got a fast track there.
Dad, what's pudding?
I imagine he's got a bit of wedding cake left somewhere. Yeah.
Dad, what's for pudding a live pig?
I mean, that chicken, it looked like he just held it near a radiator for about 5 minutes.
What's for pudding? Would you trust your dad with pudding after that?
And I'm surprised you like the Fulfords, because, like I say, I think that...
It goes against everything I believe in.
Yeah.
But I love anything genuine, and he's genuinely an idiot.
He is. You can't... Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't take anything away from him. And he knows it.
We're going to leave the last word to his son and heir, Arthur.
OK, Arthur. I can't hit these bloody things.
You're so rubbish.
I know.
Completely shit.
For your next choice, we're going to stay in your TV heaven, because your next choice is QVC. QVC.
Yes, and not to take the mickey.
No.
If we, as a society, are to develop to a higher plateau, it's only through shopping TV.
We've got a clip here. They're promoting this imitation diamond, and it's called Diamonique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got the clear and you've got the pink. And, Cara's wearing the pink, and pink is so hot. If you think about, you know, how much you would pay for real pink diamonds, because obviously Diamonique is the finest simulated diamonds that money can really buy. So I've got the clear. They are set in 14-carat gold as well. I love them. And Diamonique, these kind of solitaires were the very first, not these particular ones, but that was my first purchase from QVC.
Oh, was it?
It's like a diamond, but it's made from plastic.
Yeah. I was thinking Diamonique, that sounds glamorous. If it was wood, it'd be called ply, wouldn't it?
These people, they convince me that life is worth living. They see the good in everything. People go to counselling. They should actually go to a room with a QVC seller and let them find the qualities within you. For half an hour.
You're lovely, you got ears.
Yeah, they stood there be going, well, to everybody else, this looks like a stomach, but actually, his feet never get wet in the rain. This is a fantastic... Do you know, all the... You know what I mean? That's what I love about him. If you're a bloke who can't buy anything, if you're not confident in buying gifts, you get some lass who... She doesn't power dress to the point where you don't trust them. If you watch Bid Up TV, she just dresses like a slag who's got a job at a bank. You trust her, but not quite.
Yeah. You're not sure she's got all the...
She knows a place, and you know your place. But when she's going, this would make an ideal gift, loads of men who are lost at home are going, fine. When actually she should be saying, if you want to prove that you haven't got the strength to leave your relationship, buy her this and prove how much you hate her. Give her something that's going to turn her wrist green.
I was watching the other day, and they had this lipstick which had a torch in it. You could do your lips in the dark. Now, who needs to do a lips in the dark other than someone who works in an alleyway?
Being stalked, but kind of like it.
Yeah.
Not to know you're frightened and admiring it is. Why not stop and pretend you're fixing your lips and... Dad!
Well, we'll be back with more of Johnny's TV heaven and telly hell after the break.
Which we're going back to now on 4, and this part contains humour of a sexual nature that some viewers may find offensive.
Welcome back to TV heaven, telly hell. I'm here with Johnny Vegas, who's flipping between caviar and jelly deals over his life in front of the small screen. Now, next up is one of your TV heroes, Keith Floyd. What do you know about Keith?
I love the fact that it's virtually impossible to get hold of a photograph of him that hasn't got booze in his hand. Nobody has ever turned up on a job with him and gone, I think he's pissed. It's taken as a given, isn't it? It's great, because he doesn't apologise for it. I find myself trying to explain my drinking habits, and then you go, don't explain it. Do you know what I mean?
Just get on with it.
Just get on with it and love it. And this guy just inspires me. There's days I'll wake up, the Saturday morning kitchen, and when they're showing Florida food, I'll wake up at 10:30 and go, today's a beautiful day. You know what I might do? I might go out and I might just dig up that trench. And then I turn on the telly and watch him, and the next thing, honest to God, I haven't done it. Somehow the beer furries have brought me a Guinness. Yeah. And at 10:30 on a Saturday morning, I feel like I've got a friend. They're going, go on, Keith, boil that veg.
We got a clip of him here. He's cooking at sea, and he's on a boat. And I think they film on a boat, so he sort of disguised quite how pissed he is.
The reason this sequence is so ragged is that I'm having to direct it myself because the poor old director is over the side of the boat, leaving his breakfast and last night's curry into the Indian Ocean. So, when this swings back a little bit, we'll have a loving close-up on the mussels in white wine, butter, parsley, garlic, and to make it sensationally good, we're going to add a drop of champagne as well. In fact, quite a nice drop of champagne. Close as you can get to that. OK, the lid goes on, they bubble away till the shell's open. And because my glass has crashed in this gale and broken, I'm going to drink out of the bottle. Come
on, get it up!
And he must be really inspired. He's obviously inspired you when people say to you, you can't get drink on telly, you can't do that. I mean, he gets away with it, doesn't he?
Because he's never acknowledged how pissed he is. He's never turned up and admitted that he's too pissed to work. What he actually does is turn up and go, let's take it for granted that this morning I'll be cooking mussels with butter on a boat and I'll probably have soiled myself.
But he's also, he could take criticism. Most chefs don't take any criticism. And in this clip, you see, he doesn't... Not only does he get criticism, he translates it. He's an Englishman. He's cooking a French dish for a French woman.
Tu comprends?
Oui, je comprends, mais je traduis it. Well,
alors traduis. Vu la façon dont tu l'as fait, je n'ai pas très envie de
no
goûter.
interest in eating it because the way I cooked it was so off-putting that she knows already it's going to taste absolutely awful.
C'est pas mauvais. Les piments sont crus.
The peppers are raw.
Il n'y a pas assez de sel.
There's not enough salt.
Il n'y a pas de poivre.
Not enough pepper.
Ça ne sent absolument pas les herbes, ni le thym, ni le laurier, ni rien de tout ça.
In brief, it's absolute rubbish.
I wouldn't even want to butter toast in front of her. It's a bit like trying to tell a racist joke to Prince Philip. You go, no, it doesn't go like that. You've got to use your fingers, right? Oh, what are you doing? You don't know what you're doing, young man. The thing about Keith, though, so he felt like one of those people who never knew when the party was quite over. You know, that sort of thing. He would just sort of carry on, just keep going and going and going.
Yeah, but that's why you want to drink with him. Yeah. It's like you want to test your mettle. You know what I mean?
Take him on.
Actually, how long he goes, if he goes the distance.
Right. And how do you know when it's over?
Normally, I've started a fire.
Right. Well, we've got a clip of you here, just before you're about to pick up the matches. Do you remember your appearance on Celebrity Poker Club?
Vaguely.
Last card 6, no help.
He didn't hit it. Lived by the sword, and he's dead. Johnny Vegas out.
Sorry, I want to walk away and I want to be happy about this. But I'm better than you. I'm better than you. You know what? I've lost and I have little brushes. that I put between my teeth. So fuck you. I tell you what, you know, I just find it sickening that he can put all that money down and make me do something I didn't want to do. Yeah.
So,
I know, I won't mind my step, but maybe I want to jump rather than walk. Maybe that's what poker tells you in life.
That bloke was out of order, though, wasn't he? Because he'd won loads of chips and he was using them to win more, which is just despicable.
I couldn't leave. I wanted to. But suddenly, everything that had ever bugged me in my life, I was going back going, flypaper? Who uses flypaper? You robbed me! I went back and I went, and there's loads of people, thousands and hundreds in the world starving, and you're playing with fake money! Which actually, they're going, yeah, it's better than playing with real money. And then you're going, that's not the point! I want a personal hovercraft. You're bad people. It just felt like none of them wanted me there to start with. It was the poker equivalent of being at a bus stop with a psychopath. Everybody just pretended they were invisible and I didn't exist. And the more they ignored me, the louder I got. And the louder I got, the more they just wanted me to go away. And that's when they started fixing the cards. To get me off the show.
Really? So you think it's a conspiracy like Capricorn 1? You know,
Oh,
like...
yeah?
Yeah.
You know what? We weren't even in Russia.
Yeah. OK, we're going to move on now. Next up is a show that you can't stand. It's Sex and the City. Right.
Oh.
There you go. Just before I start, I don't think it was made for you. I don't think you're the target audience of this show.
I pretended to like it just to get off with women who liked the show, who wanted to emulate a bag of slugs. It was the most unemancipated experience ever. 4 women who complain that they can't find love, but they're taking it up the arse. If you did that voiceover of your own life, you know she's going, this weekend, The voiceover of my weekend going, I got up and I had a very, very lazy wank. The window was open. The window was open and my legs were really rather cold. I don't have good circulation and my feet were really suffering, but I had to finish. Does that empower me? Does it make men feel better about themselves? No, it doesn't.
But women do. Women say, "Oh no, it's just how we get together and we talk." I think men find it threatening.
Women get together and slag men off, and that's meant to be a revelation. Guess what? Women meet up and talk about the size of your penis. I know. I hear them laughing. I get it. You know what I mean? It goes on.
We've got a clip.
But if I pretend to like the show, maybe she'll like me more because I seem sensitive.
Well, in this clip, Samantha, the randy one, if she was a baboon, you could see her arse from space, she's pissing out one of her usual favours.
Oh, man. Oh, you give good head.
I'm dating a guy with the funkiest tasting spunk. And she's never coming back. Well, I'm sorry, but who else can I talk to about this?
If I went down on a lady and she had a decidedly dodgy fanny, I wouldn't talk about it during breakfast. I'd have to be in a nightclub after about 19 pints before you go. I went down on this lass and she tasted the terps. It also leaves you with that self-doubt of going, how tasty is my own? So... I'm not eating it, I'm only tasting it. It's this false emancipation of women acting like slappers. But actually, all they want is a relationship, and it gets quite cleverly masked that actually they just want a man.
Yeah, well, they do. I mean, my favourite bits in it is when one of them gets dumped. It's a little bit of a payback there. Yeah.
I see acting slutty didn't quite work out. Maybe you should have cooked more.
But it is...
Yeah, good with a blowjob, shit with a joint. But women are far better than this, and I hate when this is held up as an example of free women and free-thinking women on a quite serious note.
We've got another clip here with Samantha the baboon.
Right.
And she's just offering false nipples around like they're crisps at a party.
I know what you do. Don't call him. Don't email. Just show up at his furniture store wearing these.
Ew, what are those?
Fake nipples.
And why are we carrying them around?
They were sent to me as some kind of promotional thing.
Really? Is there a nipple council? Are nipples getting a bad rap?
Nipples are huge right now.
Now, if that was a bloke, right, and he was at a party and he was handing around courgettes to his mates, going, stick...
From women. That's the point I was trying to get to. You watch this and think that that's what I want. If I started kissing a woman's breast and a nipple fell off, I would just be at the point in my life of going, you're not meant for this.
Well, you blame yourself.
What have you done? I broke your tit. Go look.
Well, thanks, Johnny, for that glimpse into your TV heaven, Telly hell. Now, on this show, we like to see ourselves as a sealed knot of television. We can reenact any moment in the history of television. Is there anything you'd like to reenact?
I'd like to go back and display the manners and the fact that I was raised better, and if I could finish that game of poker as it should have finished, rather than selling myself cheap and looking like a foul-mouthed lout.
We can do that. We can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Vegas! Moment of truth. Thanks, mate. Ooh, you can have that.
Good game.
Well, see you around.
Played a good hand. Respect where respect is due.
When the daily stop, you never count your money. When you're standing there, come out. Nowhere to fallen. Nowhere. No, you're kidding me. You goddamn mother. Yanni, when you're sitting at the table, and you got a